What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video and welcome to your stimulus check update, stimulus package and infrastructure update and daily news report for Thursday, June 17th. Hopefully your week so far has been going extremely well, but let's break down what we are going to talk about in today's video. First, we know the Democratic state, the first Democratic state is actually going to end unemployment benefits. This is the $300 per week boost, long-term unemployment benefits, and the PUA. They will be ending this early, and I want to address why and how this could potentially affect other states, especially Democratic states, in the future. We're also going to go over how Senator Chuck Schumer and Senator Bernie Sanders are moving forward with a reported $6 trillion infrastructure proposal, and this bill would include major stimulus items. I want to break this down. This is extremely important. This is more breaking news. This actually just came out earlier this morning, so I want to break down exactly what's going on here. We're also going to talk about how experts are warning that the Delta COVID variant is more like COVID on steroids and how people can kind of avoid this. And I want to talk about the new jobless claim numbers and how they came in a little bit higher today than expected. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot regarding infrastructure, stimulus, COVID, and everything in between. Make sure, go ahead, hit that like button on this video. It really does help out the channel. And also consider subscribing so I can keep you updated on everything that is going on. So let's get into everything that is currently going on. First, this $6 trillion, this is the reported number, okay? It's a reported $6 trillion infrastructure package. Now, this would be a budget reconciliation bill. This means that in an evenly divided Senate, in a 50-50 Senate, right now, if Democrats do go through with a budget reconciliation, they don't need a Republican vote as long as all 50 Democrats vote in favor of this bill. However, and I just want to throw this out there because I know a lot of people are going to miss this and skip over this important fact, that even though the budget reconciliation bill or the initial process, the planning, could be set at $6 trillion, most do not expect it would actually go through at $6 trillion. Most are expecting it will come down under $4 trillion. Okay, just keep that in mind as we go through this negotiation process, that right now, even though it's starting at $6 trillion, chances are it is highly unlikely it would pass at $6 trillion. It will most likely get lower. So here's what we know. There are some big things in this package, at least according to reports. This is coming from the Washington Post, okay? What we know is that right now, in this package that is being put together by Senator Bernie Sanders and Senator Chuck Schumer, okay, both very influential people in the Senate, especially Senator Chuck Schumer. He is the leader of the Senate. He can either put something on the floor of the Senate or decide not to. So this is key that he is actually involved in this. But what we're hearing is that there will be a Medicare expansion. So people that are older, that are waiting till they get to age 65 to qualify for Medicare, this could be huge for you because the report is instead of 65, it would be 60 years old. That would be the new eligibility age. Also, they want to include vision, dental, and hearing. This is also key because these things are very expensive. They also want to include free community college, student loan forgiveness, climate change. That is huge. That is a huge one because many Democrats have already stated they would not vote in favor of any infrastructure package if it didn't include climate change. They also are going to include an extension to the child tax credits, universal paid leave, pre-kindergarten, and this $6 trillion, just to throw this out there. This $6 trillion is more than enough money to provide a fourth stimulus check into this infrastructure package. Remember, President Biden outlined $4.1 trillion in infrastructure. Okay, that was from a $1.9 trillion social infrastructure package. Okay, this was the American Families Plan. And then it was the $2.2 to $2.3 trillion in the American Jobs Plan. That's the Build Back Better plan. Okay, that was the $4.1 trillion package. Well, what we know is that there was no stimulus check included in either one of those packages. However, many progressives have fought tooth and nail to try to get this included. According to reports right now, there's nothing that's really saying that stimulus checks are in this. However, $4.1 to $6 trillion, it's a $1.9 trillion difference. That pretty much means we could pass the infrastructure package plus an additional, American Rescue Plan. That was $1.9 trillion that we passed back on March 11th. So just keep in mind, there is a lot of money left over in this for stimulus checks, for other provisions. So just keep that in mind. At $6 trillion, there's a lot that can be included into this package. So I just want to mention that because now, and I want to be clear on this, I do not anticipate we will see a monthly recurring stimulus check. I don't think that's going to happen. Do I think we will see targeted stimulus checks? Yes, I do. Do I think we'll see a survival check in here? Not in addition to a stimulus check, but it'll be one or the other, a stimulus check to targeted individuals or a survival check to the same targeted individuals. So yes, I do believe that will be included at some point. It might come down to the very last second, very last minute of the bill, but I do think it will be in here, and I do think it's going to be pushed in here by the Senate. I don't think it's going to be pushed by the House. So just want to break that down because I know a lot of people are curious as to will there be an additional stimulus check or survival check. I honestly think there will be. Again, I have no power in the Senate or the House. I'm not a lawmaker or congressman. I don't do that, okay? I'm just the guy on YouTube telling you what I am reading, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing. And this is kind of where we're at. Now, there is also some other news that came out today. This is the jobless claims report. This comes out every Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, jobless claims today rose. It was 412,000 versus the 360,000 that was expected. The 14-day rolling average has dropped 8,000 people to just 395,000. Currently, or actually before the pandemic, we were seeing about 220,000 jobless claims per week. So we're almost double that on a 14-day rolling average. Experts still warn that these numbers could climb, and here's the reason why. And I want to break this down because this is extremely important. What we are seeing right now is there could be an issue with hiring, and I want to explain why. Many experts are currently warning that what they are seeing is that some employers now understand that they do not need the 50 people that they previously hired. They are comfortable with the 30 to 35 people. They can lay off the other 15 and they would be good because they have figured out ways to kind of streamline their process. Okay, and so now they can operate with less staff. And let's say, take it for a restaurant, for example. Here's what we are seeing. Some experts are saying that people working now, making more money, could actually be replaced by other workers just coming in who are willing to take a little bit less. So let's say you are a manager of a Starbucks. You make $18 per hour. I don't know if they make $18 per hour, but let's say they make $18 per hour. Perfect. Okay, but let's say another manager who is used to manage a different Starbucks, they are looking for a job as well. Well, the owner or the branch manager, whoever, could actually hire the new person looking for a job and say, but all we can give you is $16 per hour. And if that person says, okay, yeah, I'll take it for $16 per hour. Now they get rid of the old manager that was making $18 per hour. They save $2 per hour at 40 hours per week. Okay, if that manager works just a regular shift, that's $80 per week. Okay, $320 per month that company just saved by hiring a different manager. And if they do that with multiple employees, they could make a little bit more money. That is what we're hearing. That's what we're seeing. So just keep that in mind. We could see huge issues coming. We could see major issues coming, and it's not for the new hirees, the people coming in, it's for the existing employees could be on the out. So just keep that in mind. This is why, according to some, the jobless claims could rise over the next few weeks as more and more new people come into the workforce or come back to the workforce. We could see some people that have been working this entire pandemic, they're gone. So again, a lot of issues, but this is kind of what we're hearing. Another thing that I read this morning that I thought was very interesting, okay? And this is actually very, very big news because I know a lot of people do live in this state, but the state of Louisiana is going to cancel their federal unemployment benefits. Now, I want to break down why this is. But first, these benefits, according to their governor, will end on July 31st. So, unlike some of the Republican states that will be ending in June, or even the first week of July, Louisiana is going to extend it all the way to July 31st, which is essentially just pretty much like 5 weeks before the federal unemployment benefits end. But what they are saying is they are canceling these benefits early in exchange for increasing their maximum state benefit in 2022 by roughly $28. Now, this is actually pretty big. So instead of giving the unemployed now $300 per week boost, or the long-term jobless and additional more state benefits, or gig workers and freelancers, self-employed, give them state benefits. Instead of doing that, they'll cancel about 5 weeks early so that they can increase their state minimum benefit. I think it goes up to $275, I believe. Okay, don't quote me on that. But I believe this boost would push it up additional $28 to $275 per week. So that would actually be pretty good. That's actually pretty big, all right? Just wanted to give you that because that's $28 per week. That's actually pretty big. It's a little bit over $100 per month as an increase, but that's going to happen in 2022. So people will have to wait on that. But the reason I bring this up is because right now, the reports are indicating that many Democratic governors are looking into canceling unemployment benefits or the federal unemployment benefits a little bit early. But they don't want to cancel and not provide something else for the American people. That the back to work bonus. They don't want to do, just cancel and not give some other relief in the future like what Louisiana is doing. They want to try to provide a benefit elsewhere. So this is kind of what we're seeing. Again, Louisiana is just the first Democratic state to actually come out and cancel. Even though they're on July 31st, we could see other Democratic states come out and say, no, we're going to cancel on the end of June, the middle of July. We could see this. And I anticipate we will see this, but just expect this is going to happen. But as we know more, I promise I will share more. And in regards to COVID, I wanted to bring this story to you because this is another thing that we're seeing, and this is ultimately affecting many smaller towns. But according to BioNTech CEO, they're warning that the Delta COVID variant could lead to a COVID resurgence sometime in the summer. And Biden's former advisor says that Delta is like COVID on steroids. But health experts are saying that the vaccine is helping slow cases down quite a bit, and they highly recommend everybody get the vaccine. Now, here is what we heard today and actually heard over the past few days, is if you live in let's say a county, anywhere in the United States, doesn't matter, and your county has a very low vaccination rate, it's not it doesn't mean you need to not go and get the vaccine. You need to be, according to experts, you need to be part of the minority. Go and get the vaccine because, and again, I'm not pushing for everyone to go and get the vaccine. It's your body, your choice, your decision. It's up to you. I just want to give you what experts are saying. They are saying that if you live in a county or city or town that has a low vaccination rate, you need to be part of that minority group that goes and gets the vaccine, simply because if we see this Delta variant kind of surge, and some are expecting we will see this over the summer, at least you are helping. You are staying safe and you will be part of that group that doesn't spread the variant. Okay? Now again, it's your body, your choice, your decision. I just want to give you the information and the update that many experts are currently giving us. So right now there's a lot of discussions as to where do we go from here? Do we see more states open up? And we will. We will see a lot more states open up. Here in Washington State, on June 30th, we are expected to fully open. California, fully open. This is great. We need to open up. We need to get back to more of a normal life. It's already been over a year. It has to happen. But in the process, what we are seeing is that many lawmakers are looking at, okay, states are starting to open up. How do we protect not only ourselves, but the community around us? Some are saying the best way to protect people is to make sure, and this is where the big thing's coming in, okay, this is regarding the infrastructure package, is that we need to see universal paid leave. We need to have this in here because if people are sick, if people are not feeling well, they need to be comfortable enough to be like, okay, hey, boss man, I'm not coming into work today. I'm not feeling good. Okay, I'm going to continue to get paid. That's great, but I'm not coming into work. I'm not going to potentially infect all the other employees around me. But this is the issue, and this is why many lawmakers say universal paid leave has to be included. We need to see that people can call into work and say, I can't come in today, and use some sick leave. They need to be able to have to afford to live. And the problem is the lower income earners. And it doesn't matter what industry you're working in, but what we're hearing is that the low income earners are more likely to infect others because they cannot afford to stay home and not get paid. So they go into work. Okay? Which you can't blame people for going into work and trying to get paid and pay your bills and pay for the essentials and put food on the table for yourself and your family and keep a roof over your head. You can't blame people for that. But yet, Democrats do not, or Republicans, really all lawmakers at this point, are not willing to push forward and give the American people exactly what they need. So we will see what happens, but hopefully we will see more talks on stimulus checks come up very soon, simply because of this increase from $4.1 trillion up to $6 trillion. And again, this is for an infrastructure package through a bipartisan, or not really bipartisan, through a budget reconciliation. Okay? It's up to $6 trillion. So depending on how much infrastructure the bipartisan deal actually gets done, that will take off a little bit of the $6 trillion. But that $6 trillion, that doesn't even account for the government spending bill that is currently being discussed at another $6 trillion. So again, that's $12 trillion in spending, but the government spending bill is for fiscal year 2022. The infrastructure package could be anywhere from 8 to 10 years worth of spending. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of stuff going on. I will fill you in on all the updates and details as we get them. Just want to thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoyed today's update. Consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on. And I'll see you guys on the next one.